Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Wesam's World. Thanks for tuning in live if you're listening on Adobe Radio. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you. Thank you for, joining the fun. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon for notifications. It just helps us with the algorithms. And it goes a long way. It's just a little thing you can do if you enjoy the show. And I sincerely appreciate it if you do. And we have a lot of you subscribing from the live Adobe platform, and I appreciate you guys sincerely. And we're also on Instagram, and we post clips up there as well and some news updates. So if you want to stay up to date with me and Wesam's World, you can follow me at Wesam Quiche and the podcast at Wesam's World. And you can follow my awesome producer, Peyton Grufick, to see everything he's up to. And he's got possibly some other projects coming up soon, which... Maybe. I like that you set up that mic. That's awesome.
I know, right? It's kind of fuzzy right now, and I'm not sure why, so that's why I didn't talk much.
Oh, maybe because it doesn't have the...
That's a possibility because we were out, and these were our 3.
That's true.
So we'll see.
We shall see. We already recorded the show that we're going to air for you here in a little bit, and it was quite the journey, I should say, of topics, and... we've had Michael Lenoci on before, and that's always fun to talk to him. And I always love hearing from stand-up comedians their process and their journeys and the kind of the technical side of and the business side of stand-up. And we had some laughs as well, which was great. And him and Matty Chymbor joined me today. They're on the Village Idiots podcast, which you can find on YouTube and on their Instagram. So show them some love as well, because it's fun just listening to them. And what is it? What is that? Parental advisory, I guess I should say. Yeah. It's a little adult conversation.
18+ episode.
Absolutely, 18+. We're definitely not monetized. That's for sure for this one. That's 100% sure. But as the show progressed, it gets a little rated R for those. And if that kind of language isn't your thing, then that's okay. You can skip this one and go to another one.
I'd be shocked if we had children watching in general.
Well, it's more, you're right. I'm more concerned for the people who get offended by coarse language.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I'm just giving you a warning. So if you don't like certain topics, or there's certain things of topics that you get offended by, which is totally your right to get offended by, maybe you should skip this episode so that we don't have to deal with it. I'm just trying to give people a pre-warning because Wesam's World is a wide spectrum of topics and people. So some episodes will be very PG, some will be very rated R, some will be controversial to a certain degree, and some will be just a silly goose time where everybody can have a good time. And that's the way it is. And if there's one episode you don't like, that's fine. Appreciate you guys. Again, we're going to take a quick break here, and when we come back, we're going to be with Maddie and Michael. And again, just thank you for always being supporters of the show. We got the new studio up. We have awesome guests lined up, and it's going to be just a fun time for a while. I'll also got some stuff on TV right now. You can find me on The Equalizer, as well as Law & Order, Organized Crime. And I'm shooting right now Made for Love, at least one episode when this airs. So hopefully more to come. And be sure to check out, I don't know where you can find this, but if you follow Peyton Grufick on Instagram, his 30-second horror, or what is it called? Sorry, shit.
60 seconds.
60-second horror film.
That's the one.
Yeah, sorry. 60-second horror film, Extra Life, which has been making the rounds in the festival circuit. So congratulations to you as well, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, we'll be right back with Maddie and Michael. Two, one.
Guys, we're going to do it again.
Let's talk about this later.
5, 4, 3. The 2 and 1 are silent. Come on. Have you never watched the Howard Stern movie? 5, 4, 3.
Welcome to Village Idiots. I am your host. Okay, so this is your third podcast.
Well, in my life, fourth. Yes.
I'm so pissed off that I didn't get to take over the Takeover podcast. And I'm just saying that to you face to face. And I'm upset about that. And there's nothing I can do about it. But I have to vent that out because I wanted to do it so bad. But that's fine.
I would have for sure had you. I only really got through like 7 of those.
Your new podcast.
A couple repeat customers and not him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucked
Well, your new podcast studio looks like the waiting room at CAA. I like that a lot.
It's a
Okay.
dentist office vibe.
Nice. Wait, I don't know if that's a compliment.
I don't think it is.
No, okay.
It's too corporate looking.
Well, it's fine for now, and we'll see. We have a lot
We
of
have ideas.
studios
We have
coming
ideas.
in because the place where we're at has multiple studios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we could switch it up. We even have a huge room that's going to have a big green screen in it. We could do stuff like that. We have
LCD.
a diner one. We have a lounge one. So we could switch it up. That we want the podcast to just be about the people who are doing it, him and I. So
We like to occupy space and make it about us.
But I like the studio for now. We just have to have more of a little space themed TV like that. That's cool.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Where are we?
We're-
Space.
We're in MySpace. It would be funny maybe to have your demo reels in the green screen background as you're doing the podcast.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know. You kind of went industry on us.
Yeah, what's demo reels?
You really?
Yeah.
You're real on acting.
Like
or-
demolition, like us knocking things down.
Um,
Just us tearing down houses.
Oh, you mean our acting reels?
Yeah, your acting reels.
I have one.
I
don't
don't
know
know.
if
I
he
don't- I
has
don't
one.
have one.
His would just be his Instagram.
Your Instagram is really funny.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's my acting.
Yeah.
That's all your bits that you write down
Yep.
and you just
Yeah.
you film yourself.
It's in my head, alone in my apartment.
That's awesome. I love it.
It's a good. It's like comedy. You just have a metaphor, and I was like, I'm gonna act this out, and people like it.
I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michael.
I stick up for him a lot.
He does.
How long have you guys known each other?
6 years, 7
A
years.
long time.
Yeah.
I mean, we actually, I met him, I guess, at this open mic we used to do right here.
Yeah.
I
Oyster
drove by it
bar?
on the way here. No, Hollenbeck's.
Oh yeah,
I saw it was open. I was like, maybe we should get a sandwich there after this.
I actually would.
Okay,
I'll
we'll
definitely do
go do that. I hope we remember.
This open mic was basically a frat house with an old guy who sat in a chair and just ran it, and it was just chaotic. And then we would all just go there and just get wild.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought he was funny. He just always had a job.
I still do,
What
He
do you
still
do?
does, but he wasn't around as much his first 4 years for some reason.
because I have a job. I do construction management during the day, which is just consuming my life. So
Whoa.
that's why. For the first, I've been thinking about lately. For the first, part of your stand-up career, you can get by because you don't do many long sets, and now the more longer set opportunities I get, I can see why it eats into my stand-up creativity process. So that's why, I don't know.
Yeah.
His life
good
will
job.
change when he quits, but it's a risk. But that's what you do when you chase your dream.
Yeah, I'm gonna invest in myself, as I've been telling myself.
It's betting on yourself.
Betting
is
on
what we like
myself.
to use. Bet on yourself. Now we're not gamblers. Here at the company that we've created. We're not gamblers, but we like to say bet on yourself. But we're not saying that you people listening should go out there and bet
on yourself.
and gamble your money. We're not saying bet on other teams. We're not saying bet on other organizations. We're saying bet on yourselves as a metaphor. We're not talking about financials. We're saying believe in yourself in a way.
Buy our book. Sounds like we've been.
How was
Doesn't
that?
investing
Was that good acting?
That was so supportive. I felt like your love for each other right there, especially coming from you to him.
when he gives me
Well,
advice, he always does the shark fin
I
movement.
try to tell him to keep going. Don't go to dinner. Go to the club.
Ooh.
And then he always ends it with, "Can I borrow $20? Because I bet on myself, and that bet's skating on thin ice."
Really like this character. But I don't know why I'm looking over there. If there was only a camera right there, I should go to that one.
Does it make you uncomfortable to make eye contact with me?
No.
It's funny you said that because I literally watched I was watching a documentary and I was watching people talk to each other, and I was solely caught up on the fact of how much eye contact people typically make. I don't like I'm not autistic, but there's a point where I get so uncomfortable. Does
Can
that
I
not
just-
make you uncomfortable?
That made me uncomfortable.
How
Where did
good-
you
how
get that
good-
cup?
How good am I at pouring things into other things without spilling?
I mean, this
I
is
hon-
why I like him.
I honestly-
if I want to do a podcast with a guy, he better pour stuff into things without spilling.
I gotta
Wow.
be honest. It's something I'm really proud of because I've always in life was always like people don't do it wrong because they're not confident about it.
You have
but
to
you gotta
dump
do
quick.
it fast.
Because if you don't, it dribbles on the side.
Yes, you get it. You know what? That's a man thing.
Because I commit.
Yes.
I commit to the pour.
I mean, literally, if you want me to pour that into another cup, I'm going to do it, and there's not going to be any splashes or anything anywhere else.
You ever just go slow and it's just literally coming out of part of the pot or cup? You're like, where is that?
Yeah, I mean, that's for, like, dude, if you're pouring it slow, then you know
Get
what
out
you're
of the
not
way.
doing? You're not doing podcasts the
And
right
you're not
way.
betting on yourself.
You're not betting on yourself. And that's why we have you guys here today. Thank you for tuning in. This is called the Bet on Yourself episode of
Investing sounds more like an educated guess, though, doesn't it? That we invested on ourselves.
Do you regret having us on yet?
Yeah.
I love how you guys can just talk about nothing and make it great. I envy
Nice.
that skill.
You're saying
We
comedians
try to
in general.
plan something for our episodes, and then we realize we went on a tangent, and then the thing we planned sounds so foreign to the episode.
Yeah,
We'll run on these
yeah.
tangents, and like, hey, didn't John Gruden get fired? Like, it's just
Yeah.
like so
You know what we just did right there? We should do that more often. We should
be
actually
funny and entertaining. I know.
Yeah.
We've had
Pour
comments
stuff?
telling us that.
what?
You should pour stuff.
No,
Pour
just
stuff.
be like, just start talking about like I should do like how I used to on the takeover, just kind of riff and a spew of consciousness, and then him go off of it.
Yeah, I think that we could.
I think we should just start doing that, and then
we
fuck
call
Mark.
it it's like a plinko, and then just make fun. And then when
Yeah,
Mark
and just
talks-
make Mark. I'm sorry you're not a part of this. Why did you bring a mic today? You shouldn't be talking. You're not talented.
He brought a mic like he brought it from home,
Yeah.
and he tricked us halfway through. He slowly plugged it in. He goes, and then we hear him really vocally. Oh, why do you have that?
Mark Hayes?
No.
Oh.
No. We have
Oh.
this guy. His name's Mark Blank.
Okay.
And he's just his head looks like it weighs a lot.
There's a viral video of him on the internet getting hit in the face with a dodgeball.
That's all we can
In
tell.
a league he stouts as very athletic.
Yeah.
So.
That's all we can tell. So thanks for having us.
Yeah, anyways, this is
Yeah,
great.
It's good to be here.
It's great to have you guys.
Yeah.
This is
You always
this is
look
a lot
the
of fun.
same. You always look the same. You
Yeah.
haven't aged. You look young for 39.
You're 39?
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
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 I would have
But
never
he's-
guessed.
And guess what? He's not Hispanic. You
You're
would think he
not?
was, yeah.
Are you Italian?
No, Venezuelan.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a Hispanic.
7 brothers and sisters. 3 of them passed away in a plane accident.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
In a
shit.
plane accident?
Yeah. Cessnas, those little Cessnas. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Just digging up his dirt and throwing it on me.
Well, I mean, he always tells everyone the first time. So, but
Oh.
Can you
I always thought
can
that was
you cut
interesting.
that part out?
I wasn't even listening.
Wow.
Hey, sorry, man. You were telling me to look up a video.
No, I'm kidding. None of that stuff is true about me.
I didn't think so.
Okay.
Really? You
Oh,
did. Yes,
I
you
thought-
did.
I
I think you thought it was.
I'm a guy where I'm just like, I'm not going to blatantly like be like, fuck this guy.
Yeah, you're right.
Dude,
you're
one
right.
time me and my ex-girlfriend went to, it was the first time I met her 2 friends, and I went over, it was a guy and a girl, and then we went over, we're just going to order food, and it's a funny prank, but in the moment, they all got together, played a prank on me where they're like, they started praying, and Monterey's like, just go along, they do this
Oh,
stuff.
that's funny.
She goes, oh, just go along with them, they pray, and I was like, all right, so we all put our head down, and the boyfriend goes, thank you, Lord. And he's spewing stuff up, and he goes like this, Matt, would you like to add some? And then being the nice guy in the
Oh,
moment,
no.
I started saying like, thanks for the food. This is like
No.
great. And then like, but in the moment they go, how would you know? I go, why would I be the guy to?
Because, man, you have to.
No.
You have to.
No,
No,
I'm with
because
him
you
on
want.
this.
No, you want to
No.
know.
I'm
what-
too polite.
As a
with you on this.
comedian, though, you got to stand
So in
for
the
what
mom-
you are.
So in the moment I would be like,
No, yes, because of the. I would have thought in that moment, been like, this is a funnier situation if I even.
this
like,
was the
my-
beginning of the night.
My
What if
brain-
I go, yeah, you guys are full of shit. And they
No.
go, no, we're not. And then I would be like,
I would have.
God forgive me for swearing.
Unless it's my if it's a girl I'm dating and it's her parents, sure, because that would be outrageous to think they were doing a bet. But if it's those people and it's friends, I'm gonna be like, just because I'm a comedian and they know I'm a comedian, I'm gonna be like, I'm not doing this just because I want that reaction. I want that reaction because that could be a story.
My story's funny though. Your story, you're not yes-anding. I'm like, I'm gonna go with this.
I'm not yes.
And then
anding
Monterey,
God.
she was shaking. Sorry, I just keep saying her name. She was shaking, laughing next to me, and I was so into it. I go, why are you laughing? I'm so dumb.
Bro, you got punked. That's what that.
Oh, come on, dude.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry.
You're
I did not
ruining
mean
the
to
show.
Anyways,
So hold on.
So that's why I believed him, because I'm a nice guy, and I would
Yeah,
never put anyone in a weird position.
Yeah.
Did
That
you
was good lying, though. I like that.
Did you really want to cut out the part because there was
No,
or
no, that
a
was
bit?
part of the bit.
That was
Like,
part of
yeah,
He
the
started
bit.
acting, and I
Was
was
that
like,
good? That was good, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I thought maybe like I said something inappropriate that.
Yeah, his family died in a plane crash, and you're bringing it up without his discretion. I'm still going into it. Oh, can we have a little class here? I know we're idiots, but
No, we're idiots.
You guys sing great, by the way. Last episode, you guys are real singers. I think.
Did you you just listened to the last episode because we were going to be on this episode?
100%.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
of course I did. Yeah. I saw your clips on Instagram because I was like, oh, I never followed Village Idiots before. What happened there?
Switcheroo,
Switcheroo.
Same.
Switcheroo. Almost blocked you, but no. I'm kidding.
I'm sure some people.
We have
they
a
went
few.
down
We have a
little
few
bit.
burners. We would have followed you still.
Yeah.
We have a burner account for our podcast.
What did you want to tell him about yourself?
Tell him about myself?
Did you want to tell him your real age and your ethnicity?
Oh, yeah, I'm 34, and I'm, like, Syrian.
How about that?
Yeah.
But he could play anything.
Yeah,
Italian.
you look Italian. Or
I like how you're
Mexican.
pitching me, like, to him.
I'm starting a management company.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's the name of it?
We almost made it.
We almost made it.
Well, you have the waiting room for it, so.
It's good.
Um,
I would have believed everything. I'm gullible. I don't know. I'm gullible because I'm nice. You're
goal-
confrontational, and you just like to stir the pot.
Sure.
Yeah.
What's one of the better comedies in life? Larry David, confrontational. I learned from the best. He sticks to what he is. Ouch. Why would you have the table that close, Larry David? Why is it like this? Come on.
That is a horrible impression.
Well, I'm
Those are
not doing
good.
impressions.
Oh, you're
I'm
not?
just doing
He's doing him.
what I would do if I was him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to get hair plugs. I hope I'm fucking kind of bald when I'm 50.
How does your hair look? I don't
let's
think I've
see
ever
it.
seen you without a hat. Ooh, yeah.
Do you cut your own hair?
I did. I did.
I thought so.
So, like, this part looks good. The sides are not.
Lift up.
Wait.
How far does that forehead go, though? Because you're doing a little magic trick. You're a hair magician.
Look at the sides. You really cut your own hair.
Yeah.
Who said that? Who told
said-
you to do this?
I don't. I don't care.
You don't care.
I just
respect
wanted
that.
it shorter.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
wanted it shorter, and I go, nobody's gonna say anything.
Yeah.
I think that's like one of the biggest man steps you can take in aging. Is just I'm gonna cut my own hair.
You see, he looks up to me.
Michael, I'd never cut my own hair.
You cut your
because-
hair?
You know why?
I don't cut my hair,
Because
yeah.
you go with the flow of life. Because you're scared to jump outside of the
Michael,
box.
if you're trying to pitch being scared with cutting my own hair, you
You're
can
scared.
tell where you sneezed on the side.
Dude, you pray. How'd that one sit? You pray with strangers. You
Yeah.
don't cut your own hair because you're not confident in your skill set of your manly forearm hand skills.
If I cut my own hair, it'd look better than if you cut your own hair.
This time, yes, but there's been previous times. There's been
okay.
previous times when I've done a really good job. Thanks for joining us this
Yeah,
week.
thank you.
Dude, I'm just enjoying listening to both of you.
So
right
how
now.
fast was the plane going and your family crashed?
So fast.
Did
job, dude.
Did it blow up or just kind of skim the ground? And
It disintegrated.
Let me ask you.
did
a
you
question.
find all of them?
I want you to pour this into this glass. Let's see if you can do it confidently. Let's go, man. Let's be good about it.
Welcome back to.
He's already.
Ooh. He got a little
Because
scoop.
were you sure that it was gonna
Be
not
the same
overflow? Now, can I see you pour it back in there? We're already getting a little splashy though.
Yeah.
It might have been.
So she said.
I'm so glad I didn't get the magnet thing for this today.
What's the magnet thing for this?
It's
Why
our
would
new
you-
logo for the table
Why would you need a logo for the table?
because it's cool. Because I
Think I'm
want
gonna-
one.
But is the table on?
This is like an
screen?
experiment show.
Yeah.
Like a Bill Nye.
Well, yeah.
For people.
No, go ahead, guys.
No,
You
no,
guys seem
I'm
like
sorry,
you
it's
have
your
a lot
show.
of stuff to say.
Just show. It's his show.
I haven't seen him since yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sorry.
it's all right.
Sometimes I see him. He's always kind of like Matt's energy is always kind of like there's something I'm disappointed about today.
Yeah,
Oh.
my back. I woke up, my back hurt.
Yeah.
My lower back. Cause
You
I
guys are
sat,
the same
I sat in my
age.
office chair. Yeah, you're 34?
Yeah.
You said that. When's your
Kid-
birthday?
October 3rd.
Ooh,
I'm
who
older
won?
than him.
You are.
On February 18th.
So tell him what to do then.
Roll up your sleeves better.
I'm so bad at that. I don't give a shit.
And
Well, I gotta ask you some questions though, because
Yes,
I don't.
yeah,
I
sure,
we're
I
done.
know. I know
we,
him.
we did our ranty stuff.
No, no, no.
Let's go.
I know him, kind of.
Right.
And now your management, management construction.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of boring, or is it interesting at all to you?
Very. I went to school for architecture, so I mean it's up the alley of what I know.
Okay.
I find joy in it because I feel like a man.
Gosh. So
But I do enjoy it, but it's stressful. It's just like it's either I either do that full time or I do comedy. You can't. I'm at the point where you can't do both. It's just stressful.
Okay. So do you know why the hell it takes so long for stuff to be finished here in town?
Yeah.
Why?
What in particular? Just like construction.
Like road work. It always feels like it's
That's
taking
everywhere.
forever.
That's everywhere.
But I don't know why. I don't know because I don't do any construction. So I'm like, why the hell does that take so long?
Let's use. I do commercial construction, so I'd build something like this, not this exact studio, but like the building. Like I've done there's permitting at the city. You're coordinating. There's money behind the scenes you don't know. There's coordinating subcontractors. They don't show up some days. Things drag on. There's approval process. There's so many layers to stuff. You can't just barrel ahead. People don't understand that about it. So it's like I feel bad because then there was general contractors are scummy, and I'm like, you just don't get it. Like you're not smart. So and then I inflate the cost and keep the difference. So that's how we make money.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just lift the veil on construction.
So you're in the process now of making that full jump to stand up, and you're a little concerned about it?
No,
Oh, okay.
not at all. I think if anything, I'm just waiting through the end of the year. I was gonna do it around my birthday, just as like a nice little sentimental gift
Didn't
to
you say
myself.
February?
Yeah, that's when my birthday is.
Okay.
Can you open your ears?
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, that's
Wow.
good.
Wow.
You should do voiceover.
That's the clip. That's the clip. That's not the clip. I haven't seen your stand-up, but is it? Is he good?
Yeah, he's getting better.
Yeah.
Thank you. Been doing it 10 years, 11 years now.
He's been doing it
that's
10
awesome.
years. He's been doing it 10 years. He's been on stage for 7 years.
Because your acting stuff, I got to say this I wouldn't call you an actor. It's really good. The stuff
thank
that you
you.
put on your Instagram, because there's like real groundedness to it. And I'm like, oh shit, okay, cool.
Yeah, I did a few sketches back a couple years ago, and everyone's like, "You did good. You're a good actor." And I like, in my head, I feel like you learn through stand-up because it's just commit. Like when we do act outs, you have to just commit to it. And I feel like a lot of people can't act because they just can't commit, or they don't understand what they're doing or acting. So at least with mine, I'm like, okay, I have to play. I mean, it sounds weird, but I have to play anxiety being, so you have to kind of wrap your head around it. So, and for me, I just want to make sure I get the point across. So it's good that people find the acting side good, because I do want to act one day.
Yeah. I think you got a good foundation for at least going to acting classes. You'll have a good starting point for sure.
Yeah, I'd like to not go to acting classes.
Why not?
Not to be rude. I don't want to go to them.
I mean, I don't think he.
Here we go.
Talking to him, I don't think he understands the acting game totally yet, but he will. I'm hoping that people will fuck with him soon. And
I've got a guest star on a show once.
That's great. What was it?
It's called The Pot Wins. It was
a guest star's not really acting though. You're kind of just feeding the star of the show.
Michael.
You know what I mean?
I totally disagree with that, but okay.
Sure, but it's not there. But
when I was on, when they go, Matt's rapped, the whole set clapped. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Thank God.
What does that mean? They go, shit, we hope you're back soon.
Who am I to talk? I fucked up the only co-star I've had on a TV show, and it was really bad. I think I talked about that one.
Bro, I love that story
I don't
so
know.
much.
I don't
They
know
had
if-
to change the
Is that
line
on the
for you.
mic?
They had to change the fucking line for you.
Yeah.
What would you have to say?
Wow.
We'll get it. I want to go back to this, but I'm like, I think that you will get reps. I think when the industry comes back a year from now, when everything's back and people are going around town and
You
shit,
can get some now.
you'll get but I mean, I think they'll just hit him up. I'm saying through his Instagram eventually.
Some guy just did. It was weird. He was like, "Do you have managers?" And I was like, "No." He goes, "Who booked your stand-up?" I go, "Me." And then he asked 2 other questions. He goes, "What else?" He asked. He goes, "Oh, I know people who can help with that." I'm like, "Yeah, it's tough." I go, "I'm just trying to figure out where the audience is and my markets are." And he goes, "How long have you been doing stand-up?" And I was like, 10 years. And he goes, "I see," and then just stopped replying. And I was like, "What was that?"
That's
But
right.
I mean, I looked at the guy's shit. When you say you work at a company and you
Yeah.
Google it and it doesn't show up, you're not.
No.
No.
But someone will hit you up soon. They have to. You would
I'm in
think.
no rush.
But
Yeah, all right.
It'll happen.
I'm just asking questions because I'm just always curious about people's
But
journeys.
there-
And
I mean,
especially-
it's a very personal question, but
there is the in depth of
just get offended.
acting.
you leave. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad your family.
I gave him shit about that attitude of I don't want to do acting. I just want to
I've never
book
said that.
something. Oh, okay.
When did I say I don't want to do acting?
You just no. You
I don't do acting
You don't want to
class.
classes, or you don't want to Yeah, you don't want to
Okay,
study
but
it.
when I quit my job and I have my days open, I have a lot of things. I'll definitely take a class to wrap my head around it, but I'm not.
Here's why. And I'm just gonna give you my perspective on it.
Let's go.
Because working in TV, you always get those people who are good auditioners. You'll have somebody who comes in for a guest spot and they nail the audition, and maybe the director goes, "Hey, can you play it a little bit, a little less or whatever?" And then they nail it. They get lucky with that direction. But then they're on set and then things start shifting, and they're like, oh, we got some rewrites, or you know what, actually we want it a little different than how you did it in the audition, and it's actually completely different. And then you start noticing, like, oh shit, how do I don't have like the technical skills, or I haven't had that experience to kind of shift that into. And if you're not like really in tune with yourself, or whatever you want to call it, you see a lot of actors kind of like hit a brick wall on set with that. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why like a few acting classes, which I'm sure you'll take, or you won't, whatever.
Yeah, I will.
But it kind of helps out in those moments, so that you're like, okay, I remember that from acting class. I can just.
I'm
do
sure
it
I'll
here.
learn something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a student of life.
But
I've got my master's. I like schooling, and if I sometimes I almost look for things in stand-up where there's more like, with school there's a right way and a wrong way, and that's what's frustrating with stand-up, where there's no right or wrong way, So that's why I'm all for like taking lessons. I took like stand-up lessons like 10 years ago. I mean, in hindsight, I wish I didn't, or I don't wish I didn't. I learned some stuff. So.
Yeah.
Adding to the acting thing, there's so many levels to learn, like even in the audition process.
Yeah.
Like once you go to a callback, like even if you're in that producer session, the nerves of that, like going through any of all of that, and like learning just that process of it, of even trying to book acting. Like there's so many levels of it that why wouldn't you want to just like listen to people who are experienced, who have done it, to teach you. Because that is the first process you go in there. So you have an idea of like how the audition process even works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than
No, shifting it to stand up, the only common thread I've heard of people who have found real steps forward with stand up is just doing it as much as you can. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Like you're just doing it almost every night if you can.
Well, like I probably said before, I was like, I've been doing stand up 11 years, but I'll bet you there's comics who've been doing it 15 years, but I bet you have more minutes on stage than them.
Oh shit.
That's one thing I don't have.
You know what I mean?
My
Like,
minutes on stage are lacking.
what does it matter how long you've been doing stand up? It's like, how many minutes have you been on stage?
Well, how many minutes do you like?
I don't even know.
No idea how many minutes, but
Oh.
I'm saying like, I don't know how many minutes, but I'm saying like, if someone's like, I've been doing stand up 15 years,
But they
and
can
I've
take
been
time.
doing it 11 years, I'm like, yeah, but dude, I've gotten up way more than you.
Oh,
Do you know what I'm saying?
I
Do you
what
see what I'm
you're
saying? Like,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
my level of experience on stage is still more than a guy who's been doing it 14 years,
Right.
or maybe, you know what I mean? Like, so when someone's like, I've been doing it this much, it's like, okay, but do they hustle? Do they get up a lot?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like you can't fake the confidence on stage.
I've-
It's impossible.
I've seen your stories and stuff. It seems like you've been going out a lot more than you were last time we met.
Yeah, like going up. No, I mean, I feel
Yeah.
like it's back.
Yeah.
I feel like there's no difference to what it. The only difference is maybe there's a little bit less late spots, but like things
Like where?
Like I don't know. Like I would go up at the Laugh Factory every Friday and Saturday when things were really open, because there was after 12 they would go till 2. Like they would go till
really?
like 1:30, and I could just show up and then get up on the late night spots. So I was like, I had that guaranteed.
Yeah.
Which it seems like they're letting it happen now. Like I feel like there's no matter what, if I don't have a spot, I'm going up at the Laugh Factory on Friday or Saturday night.
So like
night,
last night they would have typically run it to like 1 or 2.
till like 1:30. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They used to do the late night show. They would do 3 shows. There would be like a
Oh,
whole,
I didn't
and
know
Fraser Smith would come in and he would host and then put you up. But then again, like last night, if I showed up, I would have been like, Cindy, can I go up, please? Can I go for at least 8? I would have asked.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Cindy
But you'll build that relationship with her and you'll ask.
Cindy, the manager.
Yeah. Or Enrique, I would have been like, yo, let me go up. So like, and now they're being more open to that. Like I went up on one of the days, like they're real late, Thursday or something, maybe it was. But like, so there's that. So I just feel like stand-up's back.
Yeah.
From like last year, there was like, oh, I didn't go up for 90 days. I didn't go up for 40
I
days.
mean,
But
that was
the pandemic.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Well, of course.
But now I'm getting up at least 3 to 4 times a week, if not, well, yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's great.
How about you?
It varies. I mean, I tell people, I feel like he has more pre-book shows, and like the beginning of a month, I'll have like a couple.
Yeah.
Then by the end of the month, like for example, last night I got text at 5 to do a show at 7:30. So like people, it's bizarre. They know to hit me up like if there's a dropout or whatever. And then by the end of the month, I'll have done like 20 or so shows. But at the beginning of the month, I don't have much lined up. So granted, some of them are like with the Laugh Factory, you text the Monday of, so you don't necessarily know if you're going to do those or not. But I don't know, the videos help me get more. I'm still trying to be, I think what he said earlier, I wasn't around a lot because I couldn't stay out late. I have to wake up at like 7, 8 in the morning to go to work.
Oh, yeah.
So the whole networking side of things, I don't think many people really know. Like they do now, they know of me, but I don't know. That's the side that I need to get more reps. I went on the road for a couple of years, which was helpful, but I think just getting reps in LA is something I need to figure out. I don't know.
Holy shit. Road life, I have so much more respect for comedians who have done that for so much. Like, I've heard them do that, where they're going to shows every week or a weekend and they're traveling. That stuff drains you. No?
It depends how it's done. Like, if you're like a road guy, a road guy.
It's lonely.
I've never been a road guy. Like,
Okay.
I've gone on the road and opened for big comics and then have done like some one-nighters of myself, but not like a road guy who's like, I'm on the road for 6 months doing and you're not a well-known comedian and you're doing B and C rooms
Just staying
for like
$200
$200 a weekend, staying in shithole motels.
That's what I mean. That's sounds like
I've
miserable.
never done that. I wouldn't
I
do
wouldn't
that.
I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't
either.
do that because it's like really like, how are you even growing your material when you're like fighting in rooms that are like just drunks that nobody even you know what I mean?
Right.
Like when I've done the road,
Right.
it's opening for bigger comedians in these packed rooms with excited audience members who are fans of comedy, so you can grow your material and learn. Or me going to an A market,
Yeah.
i.e. Boston, New York, Chicago, somewhere where
I like that term, A markets, B markets, C markets. Is that
yeah, like I'm not gonna go do a B market.
You say B or like a B room.
No, well, two different things: A room, B room, C rooms.
Okay.
Comedy clubs.
Yeah, I don't know.
An A room would be like the improvs around the
Yeah,
country.
that's a good
A
one.
B room would be like a comedy chain you haven't heard of that big famous comics aren't performing at. Like a B,
Seattle Underground.
yeah, like a B room is somewhere where they would book me for a weekend for maybe $800 or $1,000, and they wouldn't give me a hotel room though. So I'd go there, and then out of that $800, I have to book my own hotel room. I have to book my own flight. So now I'm down to like $400. So hopefully I sell merch.
Tom's Chuckle Hut.
Yeah, Tom Shark. And
Like
then,
you're like, what is that?
and then like the
But people just go.
audience, the show members, there's probably 20 people in the room, but they don't know who you are. They're just drunk people, like
They're just
whatever.
there, yeah.
And you're just like doing it to like make ends meet. And then there's like really C rooms where it's like, oh, we'll give you $500. That's it. You
And
come
it's-
do a show, and then you just piggyback these 3 shows like that
It's in
around.
the back of a restaurant.
That's not fun. As opposed to an A room is like the improvs all over the country.
Right.
Now, when I'm talking about A markets, I'm talking about big cities. A markets is like
Boston's-
where
yeah.
I'm only going to do those cities because I could kind of push tickets in these big cities, because in Boston there's millions of people. New York there's fucking 14 million people. I can sell 100 tickets in New York. Okay, in San Francisco or Chicago, I could sell 200 tickets in Chicago. But if you send me to fucking Nebraska, who's gonna come see me? I don't know. Like, that's not a big market. If you want me to go do like Alabama, like any famous guy can go to any city anywhere. He could go to he could go to like Reading, Pennsylvania, and then sell out a theater
Naples,
there.
Florida.
You know
Sell
what I
out a
mean?
weekend. You're
You know
like,
what I mean? So it's like, oh, it doesn't matter where they go. They could go to any market. They're that big. So like, I look at it like, if I go to the road, I'm gonna do a one-nighter in an A market.
Yeah.
Right? Would I go do a B room in a shittier market? Sure, if I really need the money, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But you're not getting I don't want that life. I'd rather stay in LA and be broke and be around the bubble and the best,
Yeah.
and learning and keep my relationship with the clubs that I have. I have a home base, and as opposed to be a guy who's like, I headline 50 weeks a
then
year.
you see the dates they do. You're like, that's what?
Yeah,
that
like,
sounds
no,
terrible.
I'd rather wait until like I become something that is a draw that people want to go see. Then I'll do the road like that. You know what I
we
mean?
consider those guys road dogs, and their lifestyle is bizarre. I knew a dude. He was making a book about comics surviving on the road, and it was involved like how to sleep in your car, how to eat a full meal at a free. You're like, hold on.
But you get forgotten. In town, you come back and people are like, oh, I haven't seen you for years. It's
Yeah.
like, well, I was working. And you're like, if that's what you want to do, like, that's comedy. But like, that seems like you're like, you're doing crowd work. You're doing jokes about whatever city you're in.
Yeah.
You're not crafting a joke and learning a joke and seeing what jokes
Some
are.
may
Yeah,
some
some.
maybe, but
But you also want to
but
be
the
on
road is
top of your
boring though.
game.
I think your original question, it does get boring. Like I did a one-nighter. When you like, I did one where I had a friend come with me, and then I did a one-nighter where I went by myself, and it's just like, it could get boring. It's exciting, but then I couldn't imagine doing that night in, night out of just going to cities, not knowing the host or the feature, and then you're just like, I remember being in the green room and they're just all talking. I was like sitting there, I'm like, wait, what? Is this my show or theirs?
Well, the reason why that even sparked in my mind was because I'm flying back and forth between New York right now and working on a show, and the travel is great. They give you a car, they put you in business class, they put you in a nice hotel. It's all great, but I always wind up like so freaking exhausted, from just the traveling, and I'm
Jet
like,
lag.
I shouldn't be tired. I shouldn't be tired, but I feel tired. I don't know what the deal is, and then I'm like at the airport. That's a whole other thing now. That it's just. The waiting is what kills me. I think I'm just an impatient
that's
person. That's why I'm like going nuts in the airport.
That's when you want to be with someone.
Yeah.
Right.
When I was traveling, and we were traveling like 35 weeks of the year.
Yeah.
It was exhausting. I was exhausted the whole trip when we on that fall of the
I would
leader
wake
tour.
up in cities and not know what city I was in.
Oh, we would. There was times but it's 5-star hotels. It's nice flights. It's nice food, and I'm with a friend and we're laughing and stuff. So the traveling was fun. Traveling was the fun part, but the whole time you're so tired, especially because we were going a different city every night.
Yeah.
It would be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. A weekend would be 3 different cities.
Yeah.
And it would be exhausting, but it was just like so fun. If I was alone, that would be crazy. But if you're traveling that much and you're big, you have a posse with you. You can have friends with you at your comedy.
Right.
As opposed to if you're just one of those road dogs, that's a life. I get you can have that life, but you're not making more than $50,000 a year.
No.
If you're not a known, like if me and him were like, you know what, fuck LA, we're going to go do the road. We're not big enough to where we're going to have to do 30 weekends a year in these B rooms and be tired, like you say, sleeping in shitty hotels, eating like McDonald's. And then like, what do you make? 50 grand a year at most. Like that's a sad life.
You can twist it on there.
I can make 35 grand a year not booking anything just from comedy clubs in California.
Well, it's a smarter choice in my not knowing anything about stand up, but it just makes more sense to stay in a huge city like Los Angeles and work the local scene.
Yeah.
And you're getting that constant
and you're
turnaround
building
of
a
people.
network and you're meeting people and
You never know who's in the room.
That's
Right.
Someone could be like, I would like you to audition for a thing. And then Maddie's like, I don't want to do acting class though.
they're like, Maddie, please, and I go, no.
They're like, dude, I have an acting reel.
Well, no, but it makes more sense because you're in the gym. It's easier to go to the gym that way and constantly practice new material and stuff, and it's more convenient for you. Because I feel like when you're on the road and stuff like that, being exhausted, it kind of wears on you creatively. Sometimes.
It's good to create the set here, and then on the road you work it and do the out. You like here you don't get full hours. Like every now and then we can go to San Diego, do a half hour, 45-minute. Like you get some long set opportunities, but here it's about me personally. I'd rather just keep building my act here of like writing more, and then also I tell people like I'd rather stay here, do sets around LA, and this kid's struggling.
Are you okay?
Yeah, what is it? I'm listening.
Fidgety.
He's the fucking host. It's his podcast. You talk to him. I could fucking fidget. God damn. God damn it, man. You tell your story.
I'd rather just be in LA and then I could just do my Instagram and do all my shit and build. And then so when I go out there, I can actually go to the better cities or the shitholes and sell tickets.
Yeah.
Not a shithole. If you live in a shithole, I'm sorry.
I gotta say thank you guys for sharing.
What do you mean? It's over?
Yeah, it's over. No,
been
no, because
20
nobody
minutes.
teaches you this stuff whenever you're, an up and coming, or like you want to do stand up, let's say, for a living, and you're young, and that's what you want to do. That's your passion. Nobody teaches you. There's no business class on stand up. And the same thing with acting. There's rarely anyone teaching you like the business side of acting as well, and like all the stuff that you only learn trial by fire. So this is like super interesting to me, and hopefully some.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us on
Thank
your
you
podcast.
for having
Yeah,
us.
you're welcome.
Industry Secrets
Yeah.
Industry secret. Maybe that's your next podcast.
with Wesam.
I hope that I don't have.
Please don't start another podcast. Just
I'm not-
run this thing into
I'm
the
gonna
ground
run
forever,
this thing.
please.
I'm gonna run this thing for a while.
Please.
It's easier when you have someone with you. So then it's like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not. This one it will stay. I'll give this one at least 200 episodes.
That's fair. Are you
Okay.
down for 200?
It's just a thing. We have fun.
I think that
We go do it.
I'll just have it, and it's just easy because it's like I like the name
Yeah.
Village Idiots to where it's
Came up
like
with the name.
other people can be on it too. Like God forbid, there's like scheduling years from now if we get really busy, it's fine. Like
God forbid.
I mean, actually,
God forbid
hopefully-
we have to leave this city.
Hopefully, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I don't know.
God forbid we get really busy.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? What?
You know, I fuck, yeah.
We can't do it in the
But either
CAA
way, I'll
waiting
keep
room
this.
anymore.
I was trying some things and trying to be different, and I really liked when I was doing it solo, but I felt burnt out at the end. And then I also didn't like the feedback I was getting necessarily.
Yeah.
Besides for some people, but I was just like, that kind of discouraged me somewhat sometimes.
What would they say?
Sometimes people would be like, you're trying to
This
be
guy's
like
a
other
piece of
podcasts, like, and I was just like,
That
okay.
fucking shit pisses
Yeah.
me
Hold on,
off.
wait. What did you say? I didn't hear you. Trying to be like.
You're trying to be like other podcasts, like Chris or Theo, like, you know what I mean? I was
They don't
like,
understand
yeah,
scheduling.
I know.
I did a solo one too, and they're like, "Why don't you have guests?" I go, "Cause I do it at 11:30 at night or 10 a.m. I don't want to rely on other people." They
Well,
don't
either way,
understand.
I was like, let me build a fan base before I do something on my own again. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
smart.
So I was like, you could go back to that later on in life, but right now, to me, learning I know it pisses you off, but the podcast industry, where I see it going, is like double comics, 2 comics doing stuff. Like every podcast that's big now with the comedian world is like 2 comics doing it, and then it's like a little like a riff thing, and you
Having the
build
producer
chemistry.
there is good.
Yeah,
like,
we're only 8
it's a
episodes
hang.
in.
It's more of a hang in my opinion.
But who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Your show is funny. I only watched one
Yeah.
episode. It's funny. It's entertaining. It feels like you're listening to your friends. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
it feels like. It's fun.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit if there's other podcasts like it? I love it when people are like, no, it's too much like this or too much like that. Hey, go fuck yourself. Go listen to those then. I don't know what to tell you.
Who's
Yeah,
this
yeah.
Why are you
guy?
co-
I
why are
like
you
this
commenting?
guy.
Yeah.
Well, no, it makes sense. You know what
No,
I mean?
I totally get it.
Because, well, let's see your podcast, dipshit. And when people say that, by the way, I've
Yeah.
had those things with this podcast,
Yeah.
those ups and downs.
Yeah.
There was like a whole series of podcasts where it was hard getting people in the studio because of COVID. And I
Yeah.
was just like, okay, well, I want to do it weekly just to practice talking because
It is. Yeah.
Just
No,
have
no,
Mike on every week.
exactly. So I don't give a shit anymore what the
Yeah.
negative people say. If you don't like it, great. I don't give a fucking shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Those people also don't do anything for themselves.
I agree with you.
Thank you. No,
I woke up
know. I just
today
don't want
to,
you to be like affected too much because
Well, I was
that kind of
traumatized
shit-
a little bit. I'm better now.
No, I understand, but like it's hard to do this. It's hard to even do one episode of a podcast.
Yeah.
To do 2, to do 3, to do 4, to consistently do it, it's not going to be easy. And so they're just fucking losers. By the way, if you're listening and you've ever written that, you're a loser. And if you change your ways, great.
Yeah, Chuck Myers.
Yeah, Chuck, you fucking.
That's what he wrote.
Pussy.
No, I woke up today and I haven't got bad messages in a long time.
Really?
But I had one this morning on Facebook. That's how you know. And I had a message request, and it's Chris Mayer. And I woke up to this. I had this today.
You suck. Is he wakeboarding?
I was like, I just blocked him. I was like, nice. I still got it.
I don't get those too often, but
But then I was like, should I respond and go, Chris, you're on Facebook hating. Like,
no.
where are you at in life?
It's frustrating because if you do that, it
They
just
win.
makes you look bad.
You know, I heard Christina
Brzezinski.
P? Yeah.
Tom
She-
Segura's wife.
Yeah, she talked about one time, or maybe, yeah, it might have been her, where she responded back saying, hey, that's not really a nice thing to say.
Yeah.
And the person's like, oh, I'm really sorry. I'm going through a really bad time. And it's like,
I've done
And
that.
then you
like-
write. And then you write. You should probably just kill yourself.
I've gone in, back and forth with someone for an hour.
It's funny. I did that once, and people, and then the other commenters were like, "Boy, you're mad." You're like, "They attacked me,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
idiots."
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
understand.
I don't know. I started
never-
to use that for fuel. You know what I mean? Like when somebody says, oh, your podcast isn't good, or hey, this sucks, or whatever like that. Like, no, no. Fuck you.
They're miserable people.
Yeah,
I
mean,
realize
but well,
this.
you got at the end of the day, you have to be like, who lashes out? That's crazy.
Who takes the time to go? Like that's a sociopath.
Yeah, but also,
And they have nothing, and they're envious of you.
especially if they're breathing that way too. You know,
That's why I want your podcast to succeed. Religious
Podcast is like growing a plant. You can't get impatient because there's not a big reward right away.
listen, I did the takeover from my house to the thing. We did 77.
That's
I was
great.
done. So I can evaluate a podcast at 77 and be like, this isn't consistent. I'm changing the things in the podcast, and I go, I'm not having fun. If I'm not having fun, I'm not going to do something.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I was having fun even when I was in my own apartment, but that was during the pandemic. But then I felt like I was
a
running out of
chore.
ideas. It was started not becoming fun. Then I was like, well, let me get a studio.
Yeah.
Let me try things with 2 guests. that wasn't fun. I was like, let me do this takeover. This makes sense why it's called the takeover.
Yeah.
And then even that, I was like, this is all right, but I think it's too complicated for a podcast. It's better. It's a good idea for a show, like a game show or something like that, where someone comes on and has a host. That now that idea is on YouTube.
That's like a show.
Yeah. It's on YouTube. I at least did an idea, and I have to show. Like, if someone's like, "You have ever a segment idea?" I'm like, "Yeah, here, look, I shot something like this."
Yeah.
So cool. But now I wanted a regular podcast where we could be topical with what's going on for little clips, because that's what people want to and then see, and then they get your little point of view from your comedian
We're still growing
perspective.
that part.
And I wanted to do it with a comic that I hung out with a lot and had some rapport with, that I felt like,
Who are you doing it with?
Matty Chymbor.
Chymbors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So,
He's a cool guy. Very believable guy.
And someone I believed in. So, someone that I thought that was going to be like, all right, I think stand-up wise, he's going to be hustling.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be doing a podcast with someone who's like, not doesn't have the same ideas in line with me stand-up wise. Like someone who has the same goals. Like, oh, I would love to one day build something where we could do a live podcast show.
Yeah.
The podcast helps us tour or sell tickets.
I think the through line is we both
yeah.
just want to be touring comics and do that at a level we just talked about.
Yeah.
And you just see so many comics who, like, they used to care, and then it kind of goes by the wayside, and they don't seem too into it. And you don't want to, like, kind of embark on, especially a podcast too. It's like, it's draining. You want to go have fun, shoot the shit with somebody comedically that, you're like, okay, when we both turn it on, it'll be fun to watch.
Yeah.
And then now it's just a matter of getting people there, which,
that's the hard part.
dude, it's like
It's so saturated, though.
You think like sharing a link, you're like, you act like I'm asking for your social security number. You're like, click the fucking link. Click the fucking link. And then,
It's hard, man. I just noticed it's getting harder and harder. But I mean, again, podcast has been big for like 5 years now, so everybody has their podcast they're listening to.
Well, I go in waves.
That's what I said. Yeah,
like,
you go in and out of things.
Like, I used to listen to the Bill Burr one a lot, and I haven't listened to it in a while. It's not that I don't like Bill Burr. It's just that I'm
it's
listening
like
to
a
other
show.
stuff right now.
You work. It goes through you guys out of your system.
And also, I don't have a lot of time nowadays, so
Right.
like I can't listen to like 7 hours of podcasts
Yeah.
every week. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll start one just because I want to support whoever's listening it, so that they get the play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, it just depends. Even the ones I really, really love, rarely do I just listen from start all the way
Same.
to finish. Rarely.
I don't even know if
I go in and out. Like, I would listen to Snap Judgment, haven't for a while.
Yeah.
Then I do Crime Junkie.
Yeah.
And I haven't and those are really the only two. But then sometimes I'll go back to music. So and my podcast listening time is gym. So I'll be a music guy at the gym, but then I'll go into places where I'm like, oh, I'm doing Crime Junkie for a long time, and then maybe I'll do Snap Judgment because I want to hear some like inspiring stories or something for my mental health.
What is Snap Judgment?
Storytelling podcast by NPR, but like they'll have like good stories, sad stories, like just like very interesting people on there. I'll be like, hi, I'm my name is Ian. I am from Ireland. My dad was not who you think he was. And then you'll be like, what?
I like how it started in English and then
Yeah.
went to an accent.
Well, I like to try things. But either way,
Hey, my name's
I go
Ian,
into
and-
waves too, so I understand that. I definitely understand that. So it's just more about getting into people's waves.
It's just frustrating when we see the wave go away blatantly, like it's high tide and low tide. You're like, oh, it was high tide last month.
But that's why I started I was like, keep the platform going. Like, Village Idiots came from the takeover. It's the same YouTube and audio. I just switched everything.
Yeah.
So at least people still are subscribed. So we started off with at least, we're only eight episodes in, but we started off with a little head start now, a little bit.
Better than
There's
zero.
nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with
Audio
that.
is about the same, but it's like, I don't care about audio. I want to build the YouTube.
Well, I think what you guys hit on is the quality of the show. As long as you guys are having fun, like that whole bit last episode where you guys are singing, that was just freaking hilarious.
No, that's funny.
Yeah.
Like,
That was tough.
by the way, he's the better singer.
Well,
You're
yeah,
not.
I know that.
Yeah.
But I committed to trying. I
Yeah.
tried to sing.
That.
No, I'm already thinking about the last episode about the who could suck a better dick.
That one, I'm not sure if I'm gonna clip that part, but I
tough-
want to.
that
But
was
I still want to clip the singing one too. from the
The
previous
singing
episode.
one's good.
So I want to clip that, and then maybe I'll do who did you listen? That's the latest episode you listened
Yeah,
to.
singing.
It wasn't even out. The
Oh no,
Singing.
we didn't put
singing
that out
one.
yet.
Oh, we didn't put. Oh, this episode coming out this
Gets
week. We
aggressive.
said who would give better head,
And okay.
and I was like, no, this is how I would do it, and then we got.
Oh my god.
It got aggressive.
So I don't know if I can put that. Yeah, I could put it on Instagram.
Yeah, why
Probably
not?
not TikTok. They banned it.
No.
But
You know, we commit.
TikTok's
Our
funny
podcast
like
is
that.
our podcast is slowly becoming just there's a odd competition between us, and it just finds its way into weird.
hey, man,
We have the episode of us,
it's waving.
you know.
Dude, we see you, dude. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
yeah, he haven't said anything.
Dude, he was like, "Hey guys, I'm here. Hey man, we see you, dude." All right,
So
relax.
insecure.
Yeah.
I like when the producers make noise offset.
He said, "Hey guys, I'm down, man. I used to have blonde hair."
I'm leaving. You're like, all right. Anyways, I thought it was just funny, but yeah.
Well, we got in just a little bit. We're gonna take a
break.
quick break, but there's a couple things I want to get your opinions on since you're actual stand-up comedians. The whole ridiculous Dave Chappelle stuff that just happened, and then also I want to have a good time with you. I know I got really serious, but that's just part of the
Yeah.
that's part of the show.
Yeah.
That's part of my world.
Yeah.
I want to
What
watch
is the
some
name of
cringe-
this podcast?
Wesam's World.
We Sam's World.
Yeah.
And that's made up.
I mean, I don't know. That's why I don't even
I'm
know.
Wesam.
I don't even know.
He's
That's
not. That's not his real name though.
That is my real name.
No, it's not. It's Wesley, and he went with Wesam.
guys, I'm just a numb.
You're just numb.
He doesn't want to play.
I'm done playing.
It's like a
You're done
dog.
playing?
It's
That's
like
good.
a dog who's 14. It's like I'm done. Just feed me and like.
It's like you
your
guys
dog's
throw-
14.
Gee.
My dog would be 14 and a half if it was alive. Yes.
Oh, it died recently.
No, like over a year and a half ago.
Wait.
It was in the plane with your family.
Yeah.
Oh,
You knew my dog died.
that's right. Sorry, I saw something of yours recently where you were doing a bit
Posted
about
a
That's
a
right.
dog. I didn't have any new clips to post, and I want to be consistent with posting stand up on Fridays.
Yeah, you getting a new dog?
Don't do the
No.
you crop it. Stop cropping it.
What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What do you mean?
You have it like the square, and then you have like blank space above and below. That's not the format.
Hey
Yeah.
man, I couldn't zoom in because those captions were
Yeah,
already
guess
done.
what? Guess what? Oh, they were done.
Yeah, like what? Like I don't like. Hold on, I
You
gotta
can't
check this kid.
redo it.
No, I didn't want to redo it. Like, what do you mean? I don't do it with like. Okay.
Yeah, they should have did it with that one.
Can I see?
No, because this was an old clip, so and the caption was already done. But it doesn't matter; it still works like that because it's in that format.
Does it?
Yeah,
Does
that did
it?
well. Look, I don't do it normally. Look, I zoom in unless it's like I think it's the quality's
That
not.
shaky cam looks good though, for real.
Like,
I'm not
bro,
even
like
joking.
fucking kid. Like,
I'm
you
not
should-
joking. It looks good.
See, a little bit on the top is fine.
You know what you should do if he does that and it bothers you? Just flag it.
I report a lot of his stuff, and then I go to my account Chuck Myers,
Was it Chuck or was it Chris Myers?
Chris Myers, and I go, "You suck." That's how I get my frustration out of Mike. I just make burners and say, "You fucking suck, bro."
Whatever. I performed as a hot dog last night. Anyways, let's.
That
good.
was incredible. We're good for the Adobe section. Yeah. Hey, if you're listening live on Adobe Radio, thanks. The show continues on. Make sure you subscribe to YouTube and Spotify. That way you can watch and listen to the whole rest of the episode because we're going to be talking some more. Thank you for all of our live listeners. The show goes on.
Thank you.
And we're back in it. So that's the whole Dave Chappelle thing. I'm sure you guys did. You guys watch the stand-up special?
I
and
didn't
everything?
watch the special.
I
no.
did.
Yeah. What'd you think? Do you think it was like all the?
My take on Dave Chappelle, and we've talked about this. It's kind of one. I don't watch it to necessarily laugh, but I do like his take. It's very philosophically funny. Where I mean, I just like hearing his opinion on things. He bumps into funny parts. Other parts is him just giving his opinion. I mean, my theory on comedy, I look at it's like if you're on this earth, you're not susceptible to not being talked about or anything for that matter. Yes, everybody has their varying degree of like if it's insensitive, if it's not. I mean, what he said with this day and age, I'm not shocked of the reaction, but I'm a person where it's like it's still a joke. I mean, people get so heated these days.
Don't get it twisted.
I mean, people want to they almost want to go
As the rappers, I'm sorry.
No, that was a good rapper impression. If it was 2006.
Finish. Yeah.
Anyways, I feel like people oddly, and people can probably get mad at me for this, but it's like I feel people get they get offended in a manner like they want to go viral for being offended and be the leader of I mean, I don't know. I feel like he said things that, of course, so many people can take out of context and get mad and this, that, and the other. I'm like, I don't know. It's like it's a comedy special. Why do we constantly forget that it's like it's a joke? I don't know. But
I wish people would sorry, what do you think? I didn't get your take.
Oh, I could give two shits. I don't care.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I have no opinion. I don't care.
I wish people would protest just as hard.
it's a good podcast.
Heartedly.
How do you feel about this?
But
I
when
don't
it
care.
comes to shit, I don't care what he said, and I don't care if someone's offended. Go fuck
Yeah,
yourself. That's
and
your
that-
guy's problem. Cool. I think he's a great comic.
Yeah.
I support. I like watching him live. I didn't watch the special. I don't really watch specials anymore.
Yeah, I don't really
But
watch.
like, I'll catch someone live, and I enjoy his comedy. And from the times I met him, he's been cool. And I'm aware that he did these bits and he offended people, and I don't care on either side.
Cool.
So
It's good. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I wish people would just fight as heartedly for real problems, you know?
sure.
Like real tangible stuff that's happening right in front of us and everything like that.
Again, I
don't know.
like I saw someone write like, what a life you have if this is what you are complaining about. Someone
Right.
special on Netflix. Some people don't even have TVs to watch the special.
Yeah.
So whatever.
nuts.
It doesn't. It's all like, listen, man. People are gonna be upset about everything. People are upset about roads not being finished in time. So everybody
Yeah.
has their thing.
Oh, dude.
It's all
Everybody has their thing to be upset about, and you're not gonna win. And at this point, everybody's gonna get mad at someone, especially if you put stuff out on the internet.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to get a reaction out of people, and if you get a reaction, you're doing something right.
being
That's hard.
provocative, as my architecture school teachers say.
Yeah.
So, but
You know what really makes me angry? Whenever I go to a place that I've already placed an order for, and I go, "Hi, order for Wesam quiche," and they go, "Oh, what was your order?" You have the information.
Oh, you called in.
Yeah, my name is right there. You should know what it is.
It's like they don't believe you.
people will be mad that I said I don't care.
Yeah, I was
That's
just
what's
gonna
funny.
say.
Right
You know
now?
what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, but I don't. I have a right to care and not care about stuff.
Well, you're a bad person.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we
But
don't
you're
know.
allowed to be a bad person. There has to be bad people.
I look at
Otherwise,
it
there's
like
not good people.
I look at it as like I like ball busting a lot, and if you took it for face value, I'm being rude. But in turn, it's like I like ball busting because it kind of brings people in, and it's
Yeah.
I look
fun.
at it like, hey, I got my own problems and my own shit.
Yeah,
I don't
I
give
guess,
a fuck about you or your family or anything else.
that's called white privilege.
I don't give a fuck.
That's
Yeah.
your white privilege.
Well, as the
Sure.
Cleveland Cavaliers would say, champions.
Yeah, I don't care. Like, go do whatever you want to go fuck a tree.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Cool.
Is it a hole in a tree or is a
Go
shaft
put
sticking off a
go
tree?
dye your hair purple and put a tattoo on your forehead. Great.
Yeah, I don't care what people do.
Yeah. You
I
just
Say
will,
that-
I will
now,
make,
if you
I
say
will
the
make
Dolphins
fun of them
suck,
for that.
Yeah.
If you say the Dolphins suck to my face, we got a problem.
Oh yeah.
We got a fucking problem.
I
here.
mean, Mike, that's
You still watch the sports?
I still watch the sports. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike thinks he's a part of the staff of the Dolphins
So it
management.
seems like
so
that.
what? So what? Is that a problem?
If you
Do you
got
guys care
offered,
about
if you
that?
got offered to be the person that runs onto the field and takes the tee off of the kickoffs, would you do
For
that?
how much? Yes.
Oh, so there's money. Oh, okay.
I like how
they
you
go-
said for how much, and then you said
My,
yes.
my dream job is to be hired by the Dolphins, maybe like a lump salary, and during the season I walk around the facility and just kind of entertain the team.
Yeah.
And I think that's a possible job that I could pitch them. Be like, listen, you just pay me every day, Monday through Friday, because they're there Monday through Friday doing stuff. I just kind of walk in the different rooms when they're working out, and I just like chat it up and like laugh. I'm a morale thing for the team, and that's
They're like showering and you're like, yeah.
Mike's just naked in
just
the shower
$100
already.
grand for 6 months. Yeah.
It's just money, though. See how money finds its way in?
Well,
You
yeah,
wouldn't do
I
that
need
for
to get
free.
paid.
You wouldn't do that for free.
No, because I would have to fly back to Miami all the time.
That's a good point.
No. So no, I wouldn't do it for free.
What would it take you to not be a fan of the Dolphins anymore?
It's impossible. I'd rather die.
What if they were like, "Hey, Mike, you're dumb. We don't like you being here."
And I'd be like, okay, then I would leave, but I would still watch them on TV.
You wouldn't feel a little bit bad about
You wouldn't
cheering
be
them
like,
on?
You're
What's the difference between a comedy club saying no, we don't want
It's
you
like
to
what you,
perform
it's
here?
like you don't want to meet your heroes. You know, it's like you meet them and
I've met all my heroes except one.
who?
I haven't met LeBron James yet, but I've met Eminem. I've met Dwayne Wade. I've met Dan Marino. So I've met them all.
What if you met him and he was just having a bad day and he screamed at you?
Who, LeBron?
Yeah.
I'd scream back. Because now I got a story.
Because he's Larry David.
Because I got a story now, too. I mean, one time me and LeBron screamed at each other. Like, it was heated. Oh, one time.
What would you say back
What's
to
his
him?
name choked me in a bathroom?
What?
Warren Sapp. Warren Sapp choked me in a bathroom. You know who Warren Sapp is?
Yeah, I remember Warren.
A
Tennis
Hall of
player.
Fame.
I heard
yeah.
he sold his ring because he was broke.
He choked me in a bathroom one time.
This is not a bit.
No.
What did you do?
I used to work at a nightclub. It was Greystone, right? And my,
it's out
my
here.
buddy, yeah. And it was New Year's, like 2012. And we were, I was there drunk on New Year's and I was wasted. I don't really recall what I was saying, but we were in the bathroom together. And I went to FSU, and he's a UM guy. But I grew up a UM fan, right? So, Miami Hurricanes fan. But I went to FSU, which is a Seminoles. So they're rivalry schools.
Rivalry?
Rival. You know, I'm not good with words.
Rivalry. Go ahead.
So I said something like, I must have said something, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what I said, but I remember him being like, shut the fuck up, bro. And I was like, fuck you. And then all of a sudden, he's like,
big is he?
get out of my, he's probably like, I don't know, like 6'1", but he's like fatter. And I remember him doing this, and the security guy's like breaking us up. And I was like, fuck you. I run this place. I'll get you fucking thrown out and stuff like that. And him like choking me. He's like, fuck you. And I was like, bro, I'm a Miami fan. I'm like, what's your problem? I was a Miami fan. Because I must have said something like, go Seminoles or something. I don't know what. I wish I knew because it'd make the story better. But I remember we got broken up, and then that was it. And then we continued our night. And I didn't get kicked out, or he didn't get kicked out.
Wow.
Did you see him at all?
But I
after that?
tweeted at him. You could search a tweet. I tweeted at him later. I go, don't ever put your fucking hands on my neck. And then at ESPN, because I was trying to get on the bottom line. Because I thought it would have been cool if, like, Michael Lenoci choked by Warren Sapp at a club.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never knew that. That's pretty.
That's
Nice. Are you sure it was Warren Sapp?
1,000%.
Well, you were drunk
I'm
and
just being racist. Fucking Warren Sapp over here, dude.
Because we're in a group text.
Go Miami.
We're in a group text, and my
Two.
manager just goes, Warren Sapp just choked out Lenocci in the bathroom. And everyone was like, are you fucking serious? Like, everybody was laughing at me before it. But I was like, fuck yeah, man. I got choked out by
Oh my
arguably one of
God.
the greatest defensive tackles, but he couldn't sack me.
Ooh, that's
Wow.
good.
wow.
And I said, yeah.
He did the
bitch-
swim move on your ass to
bitch-ass
get out of the
Warren, huh?
bathroom.
I can't wait to run into him again and be like, dude, one time you choked me. And he'll be like, dude, that was you? Do you think he would remember the story?
What if he choked you again?
Like, how many times has he done that? He has to remember
If I was
that
standing there, I'd be
story.
like this. I just fucking-
He has to remember, right? There's no, like, unless he's done that so many times.
Let's
How
all
would
tweet
you-
at Warren Sapp right now. Do you remember choking a dude in the bathroom? And he goes, which bathroom?
Like, how many times how could he not remember that story?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
He's famous. He's probably done a lot.
Oh my God.
Do you remember getting in an altercation on a New Year's Eve at Greystone
That's a
in
pretty
2012?
specific.
Yeah. Let me actually see if I,
What if he goes, that guy choked me?
I still have the tweet. All you have to do is,
I'm still imagining he meets him again, and he remembers you and just snaps and beats the shit out of you.
He goes, you're Lenocci, aren't you?
oh my God, look at this.
Just got choked out by Warren Sapp.
Let me see. Oh my God.
I go.
I like how you went right to social media.
Because it was a tweet. He goes,
Yeah.
my buddy goes, Michael Lenoci, don't fight in my club, idiot, and don't try to fight Warren Sapp.
Hey, Warren Sapp.
1-1-2012. That's the manager, my buddy Memphis, who was the manager at the time. And then, because I wrote, just got choked out by Warren Sapp. HFF tweet, this is Memphis Garrett. That guy sucks. Jason Taylor, Dolphins for life. I was so drunk and mad. And then I said, I tweeted 2 years later, I go, congratulations, Warren Sapp, on your Hall of Fame induction. Hey, remember when you choked me out at Greystone a couple years ago? And then
choked me out.
and then I wrote, hey, Warren Sapp is a bitch. I was like mad.
You should just let's re-engage this beef.
Just keep tweeting at him like once a week and see if he ever responds.
How many followers do you
He's got 1 million.
have?
Shall we watch some cringe videos?
Sure.
Yeah,
Let's go.
let's do it. This is the first time we've ever watched anything, so we'll see how
Oh,
it works
cool.
out. Yeah.
Oh, this is what we want to do. Can we take your ideas?
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's go.
It's
see how
cringe videos?
Yeah. This one I started and I couldn't finish. It was so bad.
Really? I mean, it's
And
on,
I love
it's on
cringe.
YouTube, so it can't be that bad.
Oh, it's hard to watch. We'll start.
Okay, I mean-
so the first video. Well, not this one. Let's skip ahead. This is just basically Rudy Giuliani just talking nonsense for a while. Let's skip ahead to the Yes, this lady right here. So apparently this lady.
Do we get audio?
Yeah, we got audio. This lady has won a contest where she's staying at Ozzy Osbourne's house.
Cool.
So
Love him. Big fan.
Is he there?
you'll see.
I love cringe videos.
Wow. Wow.
Got another surprise for you.
What?
That's what I just heard.
The first.
Do you know where you're sleeping tonight?
Where?
Right here.
Oh my God! I'm staying at the mansion.
Weird.
Oh
You're
my
weird.
God,
Aren't-
not the hotel, the mansion. Wow.
Wow, she's on Xanax.
Why is that lady so calm?
Wow.
Can we turn it up a little bit?
I'm going to be here tonight.
I think that's it.
God, I gotta play with the doggies.
Yeah. Hey, you tried never. You don't scare me. You don't scare me.
And that's Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
Can you pause it real quick? How uncomfortable is that? Like the guy,
Oh God!
like the guy that you idolize.
They
and
made
just
eye
like-
contact. Did you see that? And nothing happened.
That's so uncomfortable.
Really?
He's like, who
That
raffled
makes
off?
you uncomfortable?
Who raffled off my house?
That
you
makes you uncomfortable?
I mean, it's bizarre.
I do. It's just. I think he knows the cameras are on and he's doing a bit.
No,
And
there's
he's
no
like,
way
I'm
he's
gonna
doing
walk
it.
by and ignore her. That's funny. I mean, don't you remember his reality show? He invented reality TV. You know that, right?
He didn't invent reality.
He was the first one.
No, he wasn't.
His was the first reality show.
Ever.
Yeah.
Road Rules was.
That's like a game show, but his was the first like following a family before like Paris Hilton, and then it came Paris Hilton, then it became the Kardashians.
Oh shit! I
Magic
guess
Johnson.
you're right. Yeah,
he was
yeah,
the
yeah,
first reality show.
Yeah. All right.
His was a fucking hit. It blew up. Everybody, we watched it as a family. I think I was in high
Ozzy.
school. We were like, this is fucking crazy.
That's bizarre.
Oh my God! Like,
But she should have been like, hey,
why?
Station. Yes.
This is so weird having someone in your home. Just
that was it.
yeah.
Hey, neighbor. Are you? Jake from State Farm.
Oh, you hang out here, bro?
Yeah, hey, right next to the course in your neighborhood.
Hey, that's dope, fam.
Hey, speaking of being a good neighbor, I'd like to welcome you to the city. Very excited to have the great MP as my newest neighbor.
Hey, look, I appreciate that, man.
He's uncomfortable.
Good to know.
Yeah. Hey, as a show of my support, I'd like to offer you my official look. Can't join Team State Farm without the drip, right?
Hey, look, I guess not, bro.
Hey, awesome. I'll be seeing you around, MP. Let me know if you need anything. And remember, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. I was waiting for you to say it, man.
I love how emotionless their faces are.
Well, this is
Di-
NBA
now-
Street on the NBA 2K.
Now, I don't understand corporations when they do stuff like this. Like the people at State Farm,
Pause it for a second.
Being women of color.
Pause it for a second.
There's just all these like
like, do they actually think people are gonna like
Who
kids are
the
gonna
fuck
watch?
cares about that?
They're gonna be like, holy shit, yeah, State Farm is cool.
Oh,
In
he
middle
wants the
playing-
drip. Who's like the kids are gonna walk around with State Farm?
I don't know why they do that, but when I've been on NBA 2K and I'm walking through the neighborhood, I've never seen the State Farm guy.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Why
Yeah,
are you
well,
just playing
because
the
in NBA,
game?
because in it's weird. I always laugh at it too. Like I'm like, why do I have to do this? But like sometimes when you're playing a career mode as your guy to like become better, you sometimes have to like go get the right shoes because then you get more points to make your attributes higher. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
you
That's
gotta,
so
like,
weird.
Yeah, well, because they want you to. They don't want to just make your player.
It's like The Sims.
Yeah, they don't want to make your player better. Just too easy, so like you have to like do this stuff. It is like The Sims,
But that's so fucking.
but that's why it's
stupid.
so popular.
Do you know what
That
I mean?
interaction's like an ad.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Well,
what it is. It's a
an
paid ad.
It
But
is
it's
an
funny.
ad.
It's like you can't play because you see the countdown until you can ignore him. It's like the skip part. But
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
This one wasn't as. Let's skip through this one if you can, Peyton.
I like dogs.
It wasn't that cringe at all. This one is great. So this one is one of those reality like Big Brother
Yeah.
houses. You know what I'm talking about?
No. I know.
Okay.
Christine, I'm real.
Okay.
You can always look at me.
Oh, God damn it!
What a fucking.
Always look at me. See you.
Oh, fuck.
She can't hear him.
You can always look at me.
Oh!
He repeated himself.
Oh, fuck. Fuck you. Fuck my butt.
Oh my god.
What was the girl's name?
I don't know, Catherine.
Fuck me. Fuck me.
Being emotional is creepy, bro.
Whoa, he's really drunk here? Is that a fact?
I have no clue. He's off the. I think he's doing that for his court case, so he seems a little wacky, so he can play the conspiracy thing. Would you guys ever do the Big Brother thing?
No.
No, one of my best friends was on it.
Who?
Memphis, the guy who was the manager of the nightclub.
Are you being
With
serious?
Wesam, yeah, and he was on it, one of the latest ones, and he's getting married to the girl he met on there. Her name's Christmas.
What?
Her name is Christmas?
Yeah.
That's normal.
Yeah, he was on Big Brother like years ago, like in 2010, and then he was on the reboot. Yeah.
Oh shit. Let's skip this one. It's not that good.
So picky.
I know. Keep going, and keep going. Oh,
Just some orbs, baby.
oh, let's start with Demi Lovato. Yeah, this one is just kind of hard to watch.
She's weird.
Go back a little bit. Sorry, Peyton. I know it's hard to do on your. Keep going.
Peacock original.
Keep going. There we go. Yeah.
We'll now continue.
Ian Bagg.
Crazy experience that happened to me in Joshua Tree.
Oh, I wonder when.
This bright light kind of moved in like these weird ways that a plane wouldn't move. My goal is to find out what really happened.
Doesn't this bitch do coke?
I don't know. She definitely eats a
Singer, activist,
lot.
and UFO experiencer. I'm hitting the road with my best friend Matthew and my sister Dallas.
Say hi to Night Vision.
Hi, Night Vision.
I can't. I can't with her as of recent.
It's too
the
much.
shit she fucking puts out on the internet is stupid.
Look up. It says Skywatch.
Okay.
Oh, cool. I'm excited. Do you feel like you're going to be able to
She's a
do this?
mess, bro.
Right.
Look at that crew.
She
Look at that
fucking
crew.
Put something out the other day, like something changed.
Something
the
about being
name.
offended.
Offended about like something so silly.
Oh, aliens. We shouldn't call them aliens. And
Shut
look
the
what
fuck up.
she's.
Yeah. She sucks. That you know what that is? That's people who think they're more important than
She's
the
a
world.
dude. She's an absolute train wreck.
Yeah.
Her mom must see this and cry.
I mean, her mom probably fucking did this to her.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is what happens when
she's
people
like a
get too
pageant
famous.
mom.
And you've just been told this. We can skip this one. This is one of those. I used to like these and watch the Bad Singers, but they just bait them.
I
and
think
it
it's
looks like
fake.
bits.
I don't trust
Yeah.
any of that crap anymore.
Uh,
It used to be real.
keep
Like
going.
American Idol back in the day, I think they would be rude, and then they probably got complaints. And now they got to stage
Well, yeah, they
it.
don't do it.
They
anymore.
stage it now.
Keep going. Oh yeah, this is terrible. This is the one where I had to stop watching.
Really?
Yeah, and you might agree, you might disagree, but yeah.
I mean, I thought it was gonna be like gross stuff, like cut open.
Cringe is just awkward.
Lots of fun.
Lots of fun.
Helping just.
Oh my god.
Everybody, what kind of fun do you think you can find here? All kinds of fun. Bouncing fun? Yeah, I think so, because this is a place where kids and families can come and kind of bounce around, but you need. Repeat after me. Abracadabra, 1, 2, 3. Abracadabra, 1, 2, 3. Now it's time to see what we see.
Boo.
Bro.
Boo.
Fire that guy.
How's everybody doing? My name is Mr. Wacky. Welcome to the inflatable run. Give Mr. Wacky a nice round of applause.
Dude, I can't do this shit.
Boo.
I've
Mr. Wacky,
Boo.
this is an honor, first of all. Welcome, San Diego!
That would be San Diego, bro. That would be San Diego.
Of course, families can run as many times as they want with inflatables on them. Yeah, this is great. You guys
I mean, he could be himself because he's hiding
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
something.
Yeah, he can literally he can go off if you wanted.
It bugs me because he's like in his 50s and he's doing this. You know, I can't.
Yeah, like why did he get demoted from? Because he was probably behind the desk at some points too, and they're like, you know what, you got to go back out.
They go,
on the
give Rick the
streets."
microphone and tell him to press a
Usually that's the young
bounce,
kid.
a bounce house.
That was basically it.
See how like it takes the air out of the room.
I know.
This room feels colder now.
I hate it in the moment, but I like it too because it's so real. Have you guys seen any stand-up sets that have been like that bad?
Yeah,
I
of
laugh.
course.
I laugh at them.
I mean, we've
because
probably
I know
had
what it's. I
sets
know
like
what
that.
it's like to be there, and it's just funny to me.
Yeah.
Like when people are on stage and they mess up, I love that.
I mean, if you're on stage and it's that uncomfortable, then you just have no self-awareness and you're not good at stand-up.
Do you ever see the one where it's the TLC show First Kiss, and that dude has to kiss a girl and he kissed her on the cheek?
Oh, the best is Love on the Spectrum. It's a great show.
That show's disgusting to me.
Really? It's great.
Nah, bro.
No, it's
don't
great.
make autistic people
It's
like
not,
date.
It's
You're like
not,
forcing
that's
it
not
on
what
them.
they're doing. Yeah, wow, doesn't watch the show.
Do you-
You're,
no,
you're
it's not
actually,
like
I've
that.
seen it. I was at your house when we watched
no,
it.
bro,
No,
they're
no,
actually
no.
doing some great shit for them and trying to teach them social skills.
Yeah, but it's also perverts watching it. You know.
No, it's
No,
not.
what?
This guy's
Nah, dude.
now I'm one of those people who's offended by someone saying something like
Why?
Because you're not like thinking about it in the right way. Because knowing someone who has like an autistic brother,
I feel bad. Okay,
I'm
let me
like,
retract
it's
that. But
actually
it's just
good
like,
and it's progressive and it's helping them learn social situations that people in the time in like 80s and 90s suppressed it and been like, hey, they're just weird.
Yeah.
But like they just need to be taught that, and it's helping them. Like, why should they die alone?
I didn't
Like,
say die alone.
But the show is teaching them.
you don't have to have a
social skills.
camera. I don't know. Sometimes when you put a camera in people's faces.
But it's also, what do you mean? It's learning and informative.
You think they're exposing them in a
a
negative
little
way?
bit.
But they're agreeing to do
Let's
it.
be
Their
honest.
Families are doing
Okay,
agreeing to
how
do
many
it.
people watch that show and start fucking laughing when this kid's
But
talking?
that's separate from it. They're teaching kids so much more.
I feel like there's
what
that
you're
undertone.
saying.
I feel like there's an undertone in the meeting where somebody goes, "But this is kind of funny, right?"
You know,
I don't know.
no.
So you're gonna have a Down syndrome love show, and you're like, "It's teaching them how to get to."
No,
like,
but that's
no.
not what Down syndrome's totally different from someone who's autistic. An autistic person can be a functioning person in society that just has bad social skills and doesn't learn. And they literally have the lady come in every episode and be like, "Here, I'm gonna try to teach you. Like, what about this? What about this? What?"
Yeah.
It's not like they're just like, "Hey, go on a date. Let's watch them." They're not doing
I've
that.
watched the show, Michael.
Well, clearly you haven't.
Yes,
though.
I have.
But
What
okay,
are you
then-
autistic? You're getting mad like you're autistic.
No, because like you're okay.
This is how you interact in no other settings. See how I'm being provocative and I'm poking to find.
Yeah, but it's more like you're not.
No, I know.
And not in
I
an
know what
educa-
I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Everything good down there?
Yeah, I'm jerking off because I get fucking hard when people.
When I talk and I make a good point.
When he just says stuff like a degenerate, he'll just
That's
be
not
like,
a degenerate
pussy
thing.
smell, and you're like, no, they don't all smell.
When have I
bro,
shouted pussy smell?
on our podcast
I've never said pussy smell. I've said the word pussy.
a lot, and my mom's complained.
Watch that
Really?
clip. Watch that
How
clip.
is she?
She's okay.
Yeah.
That clip. I tell my I work
and
all
the
day.
tables are turned.
No,
I don't know why I did
that
that.
fist bump was not needed.
I know. I don't know why I did.
That
I
fist-
fucking felt to do it.
Dude, I tell him I work all day. I'm professional, and if I go on the podcast, I say pussy or vagina or finger blast. He goes, chill. And I'm like, this is when I get to relax.
Bro, you can't do.
I go. I
this.
said in my theory, I go, yeah, I can.
He goes
Why
like
can't
this.
I do that? That's me flicking the bean. Why can't I
Hey.
say that? Why can't I say those words?
The tongue thing is getting me.
Because we're fucking men.
Yeah, we are. And men say blast.
Do you think
finger.
he's gonna leave this part in this podcast?
I hope he does.
Everything's being left in, just so you guys know.
You know what you look like? You should be on Love on the Spectrum.
What if I was on there and they go, he's not autistic? I was like, what's up?
Is that?
You trying to
What,
go
did
to
I make a
you trying to
mistake?
go to a bounce house?
Did I make a mistake? Sorry, didn't know. Sometimes we're stupid and we don't know what we're saying.
We are idiots. I say this. I'm so professional. I like to go to the podcast, unleash. I like to have fun.
Yeah, I like
and
that.
then he's like, what are you saying that for? I'm having fun. Maybe I want to talk about fucking fingering.
Let's talk about stars.
Stars?
Do
I
you
mean, we
understand?
did a segment where we pretend to suck penises, and you're like, you need to chill your bullshit. You fucking idiot.
Who does give the better blowjobs then?
We were
Me.
talking about theory. See, his theory is like
Me.
Mike just wanted to
Who's
act
had more
out.
experience?
Yeah.
Are you crying?
No.
No.
Just offended that he thinks fucking Spectrum show is offensive.
I don't. Okay.
It's learning.
Why are you not okay with him having a different opinion than you?
Because he's a control freak.
Because yes, but I'm also.
He's a control freak, and you're like, and then you watch him, and you're like, you're a train wreck.
I'm giving examples of how people are allowed to be upset at Chappelle though. They're allowed to be upset.
See.
Okay.
I'm allowed to be. I'm allowed to
Stupid.
feel.
You're allowed to be
I'm allowed to feel some
stupid.
type of way about the autistic dating show.
Is that him?
I guess.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I guess.
I'm a train wreck, dude. Ooh, am I?
Oh. Who do you think can kill themselves better? I would probably do it.
Oh, I would make it poetic. I would do a note, candles, maybe live stream.
Mine would be jarring and just get shot into a crowd of people. I want to be mentally scarring when I die.
I would probably do like I would do a paintball mass shooting.
So
So
where
it's
then
like
you get
people-
shot.
Yeah.
It's like suicide by cop.
But with paintball, so everyone's just like, ah! They're like, wait, these
Someone
are
goes,
bullets.
shit, hit my leg.
Like, imagine showing up to like a big concert and you have all these like fucking guns.
That sounds
but
like a
it's just
TikTok trend.
paintballs.
That sounds like a TikTok trend.
And people are like, ah! They're like, wait a minute, what the fuck? I'm not dead. It's just a paintball mass shooting.
It's glitter.
Yeah.
Just makes a mess.
And it's just like, how funny, like, the cops took him out. Turns out it was just a paintball gun.
And he had a
With
note.
glitter
He had a
and
note
stuff.
in his pocket.
And it was just like death by suicide, but like, literally, he was a fucking. Man, that would be something else.
He's
huh?
wearing a Dunn Edwards
And
shirt.
he's like, hey, he didn't take anyone out really. Like, or if you set up like the Vegas one,
Yeah.
but like it was just like a fucking
Like a
paintball shot.
reenactment. That's fucked up.
It's fucked up, but
Yeah.
like, imagine you would scare the shit out of people if this was.
Yeah, if you brought a gun.
If this was 1998,
crowd of
you
people.
could literally do a prank with like a fake mass
That's like
shooting.
an MTV prank.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
could be, you were punked.
This week on
Crowd.
Quiet Library, coming to do a mock shot.
You walk into a Target with a paintball gun.
I know
you're
this
like,
is
"Ah."
funny, but it makes me uncomfortable talking about because I know the internet, and they're probably like,
Hey, think about this. If this got the internet in an uproar, we would have a lot of listeners, all three of
"Welcome
us.
to Village Idiots."
Well, if you did die that way, your numbers would be through the roof.
Yeah,
for
guys,
those
this was
idiots.
just a joke. It's a paintball thing. I'm sorry
I don't
if
even
that's
own a paintball
insensitive
gun.
to the people who've lost their lives in mass shootings, but also, my heart goes out to all the people who've lost their lives in shark attacks.
And other aquatic attacks.
Yeah. Ooh, that would be
Whales-
fun to
whales-
dress as a shark at the beach and act like.
That's the scene in Jaws. Remember the second time they thought the shark was those
Oh,
kids,
yeah.
and they almost got shot.
It should be super realistic, and then when you get in the water, you realize you can't swim in it, and then you drown. That would be a way to go.
Wow, that's dark, man. We were kind of just having fun on the podcast.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Wow, dude. Wow, is everything all right? You look like you have 3 kids and you haven't talked to them in a couple weeks.
If I dressed as a shark, I would still. Oh wait, hold on.
Nice.
so
And the first one to
specific.
get the producer to laugh.
He's been laughing. It's just quiet laughs.
Really?
I got him earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, really? He
Yeah,
has
yeah.
quiet laughs because he has a quiet life.
He's a simple man.
Yeah, he has a wife, but also 3 others.
You guys are funny.
Ooh.
You guys are fun.
Oh, we offended
know.
him. You're mad at us.
Me?
Also thinking
I'm
about
hungry.
the shark thing. If I dressed as a shark to scare people, I would still poke a hole through it and put my dick through it, so then they flop me over
What
like.
did I say?
And then like that shark has a human dick.
Hey, I put my dick through it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Shark with a human penis.
Yeah, but they're like, that's
What if
a
you're fishing
small
and you
shark
saw
penis.
But how do they know?
Oh.
Sharks are like, for a great white.
You think sharks
that's
are
like
just
a-
packing heat?
Yeah, I would think they have like pointy looking fucking zzz, and you get electrocuted.
Can we put up shark penises if you don't mind?
Can you pull
You
that
want me
up?
to pull up a shark penis?
Wow,
Yeah,
we
that's
are in
cool.
a different
Shark
dimension.
size of Google's shark penis size.
Everything okay? You gotta go.
Hello? Yes, Mrs. Chymbor. Yeah, he's fine.
did this
he's
bit
wearing
last night.
shorts.
Mrs. Chymbor?
Yeah.
That's not her name.
Why do sharks have 2 penises?
Oh,
Huh?
2. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. No one would have guessed that.
Whoa.
Well, that threw my prank off. They go, it's not true because they have 2, and that's just
Maybe they don't have 2. People just think it's 2. That looks like a vagina.
the clasper's penis.
It's not 2. Their penis is just like
Why does that one have a penis in its mouth?
He's
That's like the giraffe video on
man. Jackson McQueen shared a video of a
Jackson.
giraffe sucking a pole.
That's so crazy.
Type
2
in
penises?
Type in
I never knew
giraffe
that.
giving head.
No, right. Type in giraffe sucking
Giraffe
pole.
sucking pole.
Go,
You gotta
go
be
ahead.
specific.
Yeah,
No,
but
we're
give
gonna
it-
get demonetized.
Oh, we've been demonetized for a while,
Watch,
so
do-
it's all good.
do giraffe sucking.
Why is
pole.
there that clip where sharks do have 2 penises and it shows shark dying or getting
God.
attacked?
Nature's nuts.
I think that's just how they have sex.
Did you see the
Giraffe giving head. I'm scared what's gonna come up.
Yep,
Oh, there
here
it is. Oh, there's a few of these.
Yeah, watch this.
Oh yeah, let's go,
Look at that shit.
Village
dude.
Idiots.
Oh wow, I'm getting a little blood in the chub.
Dude, I have 5 blood cells that are like, I'm into this.
Oh shit!
Look at he
wow.
Ooh. Oh, there's two.
Oh shit! Double bangy. Wait, how popular is that pole?
Oh,
dude, that pole must be talented.
Look at that one. That's like me kissing when I'm drunk at a club.
Ew.
That's how I just like fucking.
Wow, dude, people get off to this. Look at that guy.
Look at the guy in the
pants off.
background. Look at the guy in the background that had his family who walked away. He's like, I'm gonna stick out the giraffes. POV, you're the male character, and okay, guy, come on.
That's
too
that's
far.
the line, right?
Don't do POV.
Yeah.
I got it.
Guys, this has been a lot of fun, and I think I'm ready.
We overstayed our welcome with that.
I'm sorry. Did we go too far?
I think I'm ready for the next time you guys come on the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring some ammo.
I'm excited.
Mike's like, I can't get up for like 5 minutes. He's got a giraffe in his pants.
No, you guys are fun. So people can search Village Idiots. It's on YouTube.
Village Idiots podcast.
And your Instagram, Matty Chambers.
Just Matty Chymbor, yeah.
Michael Lenoci. You're doing a bit. You're pooping. Holding your breath?
Yeah.
Why? How long you hold your breath for? I got 2 minutes once.
You want to have a contest? Oh, let's do that. In the
All right,
next
let's do it.
Idiot episode.
That's how we're gonna end it.
The longest.
Let's go.
No, right now.
All right.
You ready?
Hold on,
Hold on,
I
Here.
want to actually record this.
All right.
I want to like see how long we do.
You got to put your nose at the mic so we know if you're breathing.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah,
You got to put your nose right here.
That's fine.
I mean, be honest.
No, put your nose there. That's how you get checked.
Tell me one.
I'll let you guys. I'll let you. Whenever you're ready,
We
Peyton.
both pass out.
Put it up on the screen.
All right, here we go.
Wait.
Asshole.
All right. Here we go.
You cue it.
3, 2, 1, go. So, right now, we have Maddie in the lead. It's a joke because nobody can be in the lead. Wow, they're really into this. So we're seeing who can hold their breath the longest. If you're listening on Spotify still, if you're watching on YouTube, Michael has passed. That's what he's going to look like in the casket. Kidding. Maddie looks so focused right now. And we're about 31 seconds, 32, 33, 34. We're doing good. They seem to be pretty... Oh, Maddie opened his eyes. He seems to be panicking. No, he's okay. He's just checking to see if Mr. Michael has opened his... Oh, shoot.
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
I'm usually better than that.
Yeah. What happened there?
I think the coffee got me. My heart was beating so fast.
Michael, I don't know if he's breathing quietly or really still doing it. Are you still doing this, Michael? Wow.
That was good.
That's pretty
I
good.
could have went longer, but I just figured because the
106.
bit's over. I could have done 2.
Yeah?
You think
I
so?
don't know. I definitely could have gone a lot longer.
Yeah.
You know what I do? You just close your eyes. And I started thinking about stuff that I heard your voice. I couldn't get rid of that, but like I was in a zen place.
Yeah. When's your next stand-up show for people to check out?
Tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Actually, that should be pointless information. Just go follow them on Instagram.
Yeah.
That'll be the best place
Please
to figure
do.
out. Yeah.
Every weekend, Laugh Factory.
Matty Chambers.
Chymbor.
Dolphin Lover 29. That's your Instagram?
No.
What is it?
Michael Lenoci.
Michael
At
Lenoci.
Warren Sapp choked me.
I wish we had video of that. Hey, play us out, Peyton. Great. Thank you guys for tuning in to the YouTube. Make sure you check out Village Idiots. Always a good time with Michael, and now I got to meet Maddie, so that's great.
Thank
They're
you.
stretching. You guys,
I don't like how the breathing bit had 0 reaction. He just stopped.
no, there was laughter.
Oh, there was?
You guys just didn't hear it.
Oh, okay.
We'll add laughter if that'll make it a little bit.
I'm better than that.
All right, guys. Always remember, listen, think, talk. Bye.